Nothing again. North is where British
someone there? I picked up a pretty big surge of activity on our sensors, but it went quiet all of a sudden. No. I'm a woman of science, not war. I come in peace. Wait, are you telling me that you managed to wipe out all of the Lost yourself? I have so many questions. How? With what? And actually... No, focus, Hilda. I could use someone with a lethal skill set. Hey, would you be up for a little hike? Very astute, but it's complicated. You're at the entrance to the vault, but that's just the tip of the iceberg, so to speak. You'll see. Just need to meet up first. Yes, but this is hardly the time to talk. All will be explained if you follow my directions. Perfect. The entrance area you're in now was once a high-speed rail system for transporting supplies to the rest of the vault. But as you can see, it's completely caved in. You'll have to walk to another entrance closer to the vault's atrium. It's just a quick trip over the hills to the south. Look for the entrance to the Shenandoah National Park. If you need a landmark, just keep walking toward that teeny tiny, giant, menacing storm in the sky. You'll find the entrance underneath the manor in the dead center of the park. And storm. Can't miss it. Good luck!
It's hard work making a living out here. Nice to finally see a friendly face. It gets lonely out here. Great to have someone to talk to. Hey, how's it going today? That's what I like to hear. You have to find the positive with the current state of things. Well, I wish you luck on the rest of your day. Keep your eye out for danger. You never know who's watching.
Want me to show you how to push the right buttons? Is it hot in here? Or is it just me?
Winnie pigs. Hello. How are you? I'm good. Why do you look so, like, are you tired? Why did you not sleep well? Yeah? Yeah, you look knackered. Too hot for you to sleep? No? Just wanted them out. Oh, sorry. Do you want me to? Okay. Love you. Just wanted to say hello.
Waiting at the bowl.
There's a little bit in there.
What am I gonna do if those things come?
Playing Fallout. I'm doing the rest of my dailies. Yeah. While I talk to you, my lovely. So what was up with the Bianca thing? Bianca's party? Why would I bother putting in the effort? You said there was no point putting the effort in?
Yeah, which is why I was glad I didn't buy some people or something like that again.
Yeah.
We were there for 4 minutes.
4 minutes?
Yeah, they walked in and went, oh,
Get away from me!
well, what? Sorry. I was like, what's wrong with you? I was like, thanks. They're going to be 50 guys. What do you expect? Oh, well, I mean, that's something. But, oh, God.
Get away! Oh, you aren't one of them. You scared
Why
me.
were you only there for 4 minutes? I
We're
got.
not saying anything, are we?
I'm Craig from
Right.
Foundation. And I think I'm the only one left. We saw the nasty weather kicking up down here and thought it'd be worth checking out. See if anyone needed help. Didn't make it far down the road.
But no, she wanted young people to
By
be there.
something. I panicked and ran.
Doesn't make sense. An 80s. She wanted the 80s. What she wanted 2010s
They
instead.
looked
Is that what she
kinda
wants?
like ghouls, but
I don't
glowed,
know what year she
charred
was,
all over,
but
and sparking like a broken wire. They were yelling all kinds
That's
of
just-
nonsense. Came at us
That's
out of
just
nowhere.
fucking
and just
retarded.
Started shooting and swinging. You're serious?
Did you have
Did
fun
you
there?
hear what I just told you?
yeah, I had a good night. I think I would have
Well,
had a better night.
Better you than me, I suppose.
Why don't you stay there?
Actually,
She went, oh fuck you
if
guys.
you're going out there anyway,
Yeah.
would you
Fuck
do
you
me a
guys, I'm
favor?
staying here.
As you head down Skyline
Yeah.
Drive, could you check if there are any signs of
I can't have
what
a good
happened
night
to
by
my friends?
myself.
Yeah,
A
you can.
trail, a body.
You should have just went home and play up.
Anything I could use to find them or
That's
report
not
back
safe,
at
man.
Foundation? Who knows?
What are you getting so angry
Maybe
for?
Even a survivor. Not asking you to do much, just to drop a flare nearby. I can investigate them once.
What are you
the
making a
storm
joke?
calms down.
What are you getting so angry for?
Angry.
Thank you so much. Anyway, just take
Why are you
the
moaning
flares.
at me? Have I done
If
something
you
to annoy
happen
you?
upon anything or anyone, just drop one. And if you come back after, I'll
Have
make
I
it worth your while. And
set
watch out for those
Squiddy pigs on fire.
things. They may look like ghouls,
Oh, you just saw them, so no.
and they're not friendly.
You what? That's like I left away.
Xena's roasted already, so.
Yeah, but not sure.
What am I gonna do if those things come back? What am I gonna do if those things come back? What am I gonna do if those things come back?
anyone there yet? Maybe I gave bad directions. Hello? Anybody? Ah, a voice! Oh, yes. I remember that voice. You're here! So, here's the situation. You need to get into the vault. I need to get out. This door isn't intended for easy access, so it'll require joint authorization from both sides to open. I'm on this side and authorized. You're on that side and not authorized. But no worries. I've got a plan. All of the Lost were once members of the Vault and should have authorization. You just need to get a hold of a hand and scan it. Easy peasy. I promise I, or someone in here, will be more than happy to answer all of your questions. Let's just get you inside first, okay? That's right. Just a bit of post-mortem amputation and we'll be set. Just scan the hand once you've got it. I'll be on standby. Promise. Time's a ticking. Chop, chop! Ooh, sorry. Anyway, I gotta run, but I'll be back. Scan a hand! Bye!
You're here, and you're not lost, I assume. If you are, say so, because that would be a major breakthrough. Ah, good. Well, bit of a downer, actually. Got my hopes up for a second, but I digress. Anyway, I'm Hilda Stoltz. Hi. I'm head of the organic sector, which is exactly where I'm about to run off to. But don't worry, my Uncle Hugo is very eager to meet you. Just down the hall, in the Overseer's office, as he is the Overseer. Oh, and I've disabled the two-step lock, so coming and going should be easier now. Anyway, like I said, Uncle Hugo, down the hall. Toodaloo!
My niece told me to expect you, and do not mind my appearance. I can assure you I mean no harm. Can the same be said of you, though, outsider? Do you intend to harm us? My niece can be a bit forceful when she finds a carrot to chase. You have my word, though. You haven't chased your carrot into a trap. Where are my manners? I did not mean to be so standoffish. You're a most welcome guest here. I cannot be too careful. It has been a long time since we've spoken with anyone from the surface. Ah, fascinating. Is that the faint clicking of a Pip-Boy I hear? How grand. A colleague from another paradise below the ground. Vault 76, I take it? What a pleasant surprise.
You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something, you know.
Oh, don't be silly. You certainly aren't from any of the others nearby. There's no need to be coy. I think we can both gather why I'd come to such a conclusion. Wunderbar. Kismet even. We are having fun now, aren't we? Listen, my new friend. Regardless of what pretenses my dear niece may have brought you here with, I believe I can repay you for your effort. No catch. Just opportunity. As you may have ventured to guess on your trip here, our beloved Shenandoah has seen better days. Less stormy days. I'm in the midst of trying to get this under control, but our vault is still in a bit of a state of shock. If you'd be willing to engage in a bit of freelance work, I'm sure I can provide plenty of payment in kind. Ha! As they say, lies have short legs, no? Rest assured, you'll see this is quite the legitimate operation we have here. Perhaps I should introduce myself to assuage any hesitation you have. I am Hugo Stolz, overseer of Vault 63, yes, but also a principled man of business from the world of yore. Founder and CEO of Stolz Enterprises, respected member of Vault Tech's board of directors, and overall international man of mystery. Allow me to formally welcome you to Vault 63 as our, let's say, outside consultant. Yes, that'll do perfectly. In words, no. But I could feel your heart leap at the promise of our joint triumphs to come. You cannot hide these things from me, I'm afraid. No, I'm sure you have many questions. I would expect no less, but I promise your first task will help you answer much. Speak with our Chief of Security, James T. Oberlin, and fetch me his latest situation report. I'd like to have him vet you a bit before we proceed any further. I'm sure he'd be happy to answer questions for you about our current predicament while you're at it. So curious. I love your enthusiasm. I knew I was right about you. Go on, then.
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a
The
system,
overseer
and
doesn't
it
want to
works,
waste his
damn
time
it.
with mooks like us. He'd probably just send you to Chief Oberlin.
Oh, my dear Cassie. What are we gonna do?
Supplies are starting to dwindle a little. Even with the stockpile from the supply runs. You know, before the storm. Research, and science, and discoveries, and news.
What would Cassie
Screw it.
do?
I miss how it was before.
Oh, my dear Cassie, what are we gonna do?
The new animals up there. Any of them good for eating?
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
Oh, my dear Cassie, what are we gonna do?
Well, 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting.
What would Cassie do?
Been a long time since we had a good community gathering around here.
The new animals up there. Any of them good for eating?
Oh, my dear Cassie. What would Cassie do?
Looking for someone?
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air. There's a landslide around the mansion. I wonder how that happened.
Don't you be
The one from outside. How's the storm?
got a system, and it works, damn it.
Don't you go starting any trouble around here. Keep it civil. What are you planning, Stoltz?
Ah, the one from outside. How's the storm?
What are you planning, Stoltz? Been expecting you. Been expecting you. James T. Oberlin, Chief of Security, Vault 63. Formerly United States Army. Ordinarily, an outsider would report directly to the security offices. But as you've seen, Mr. Stoltz isn't fond of ordinary. How exactly did you end up on our doorstep, outsider? Another rat in the race. Perfect, just what I needed. No wonder Mr. Stoltz was interested. Well, considering I'm entirely lacking any sort of credentials or background on you, perhaps you can fill me in on your history. Did you really think that would work? Our records tell a different story about 76's overseer. Maybe you deserve half credit for being upfront about the vault part, though. No. This was a test, and you just failed it. Mr. Stoltz buzzed me ahead of your arrival. Vault dweller from 76, capable of dispatching Lost, and apparently, a clown. Listen, I know a dog and pony show when I see one. I couldn't talk Mr. Stoltz out of this if I tried. Take my status report and run along. We'll be working together soon. So I expect that attitude of yours to shape up. Dismissed. Unless there's any pressing questions that need answering. Fine. It's only fair that you're briefed on our situation. Our facility houses a large-scale weather control device. Some decades ago, an accident rendered it inoperable. However, a recent event has led to its reactivation. With that, we have the storm, along with other unexpected outcomes. One of our top priorities is bringing it back under our control. A number. An earthquake for one. A series of unidentified electromagnetic events for another. When the earthquake hit and the storm took shape, we were informed of a surge of energy near the proper entrance to the vault, back up north. This likely resulted in the security door being propelled some great distance. Interesting. Were these different times, I'd be tempted to weaponize such a thing. Yes, significant damage to the tram tunnels that once connected the various research sectors of this vault. Additionally, damage to the manor grounds directly above have caused some structural integrity issues with the atrium. Perhaps most concerning, though, is the various exposed entrances to the vault spread throughout the region. This has led to an increase in the number of Lost now on the surface, which isn't good for anyone involved. Very well. 63's construction had fallen behind due to its lofty and ambitious size. This left our population exposed to extreme levels of radioactive fallout after the bombs fell. Those of us that survived the exposure ended up like this. But working with us so-called ghouls won't be a problem, will it?
There was a landslide around the mansion. I wonder how that happened.
I suppose we shall. Our former friends, family, neighbors. An accident some decade back led to their creation. Their condition is irreversible. Beyond that, I'll leave it to Mr. Stoltz's discretion on further details. Just know, they will kill you on sight without mercy. Communication is impossible. Do not hesitate to strike first. Fine. We believe they possess the ability to channel electricity from the storm. We're still not sure how. Perhaps consider rubber gloves next time you want to shake their hands. Again, the rest is classified. That is correct to a degree. Mr. Stoltz had been afflicted during the same accident that created the Lost. However, he retains his sanity and his ability to communicate. Well, retain sanity is perhaps... Actually, I apologize. This isn't water cooler gossip. I believe I've answered your question. Mr. Stoltz can explain the rest. That's fine. What is it? Good. That's going on your record, and I'm not a Marine. Just get out of my sight. Move along.
We felt the whole vault shaking a while back. Security said it was nothing to worry about, though.
Right, Hugo. Keep it together. You are a Stoltz. Act like it. Be proud.
Supplies are starting to dwindle a little.
Ah, you've returned.
Stockpile from the supply
I've just been thinking on some things.
before the storms.
Yes, that. Don't worry about that now. I have a question for you. Tell me, are we our brains?
What if we go back to the surface? Nobody wants to know us because of our, condition.
Such a simplistic view of the world. I envy the narrowness of your perspective. Consciousness, perception, encoding and the formation of memories. To take the observable world and sculpt from it a translation of ourselves, of others. And in the eyes of others, how many versions of us exist? Of course. We've only just met. I apologize. You have the spirit of an old friend about you. I've forgotten there's much new ground to tread between us. I may have failed to mention this before, but I am or was blind. Born that way. After the incident that left me in this state, I became able to truly see the world. Well, perhaps it's more accurate to say, I feel the world. Pulses of electricity, waves bending and refracting, gentle hums of life vibrating shapes into being. This world I see, I share it with the lost. I live as they do, yet I remain myself. Perhaps more myself than I was before. But others were lost to it, and to us. Friends, colleagues, loved ones. When they witness this world, they're minded... Well, I suppose I cannot explain what their mind perceives, just as one could never explain sight to me before. We have been trying to learn why this connection was permanently severed between us.
Don't you be starting a
Desperately so.
We got a system, and it works, damn it.
I appreciate your condolences. It has been a very long time since I've spoken to someone who doesn't share this grief with me. All of this is to say we need your help, my friend. There are many problems at our feet, and you are uniquely equipped to help us. Do not sell yourself short. You are clearly skilled in combat, seasoned by the world above, and knowledgeable on vaults. You're going to face a variety of challenges in future tasks, but I'm confident we've found the person for the job. And pay we will. Let's discuss next steps. There's 2 sets of investigations I'd have you undertake. Your new friend Oberlin can fill you in on one, and I'd be happy to walk you through the other. Take a moment to relax and process. Speak with either of us when you're ready to hear the details. And once again, I cannot contain my excitement in having you on board. Willkommen im Team, mein Freund. Life is no pony farm. So, shall we begin? There are some tasks that I'm unequipped to handle myself, and I need your assistance. Well, as you can see, I cannot. Or at least not in the same way you see the world. More precisely, while I can navigate just fine, there are a number of optical challenges that my condition does not account for. Normally, I would have someone assist me with that, but, well, we are getting ahead of ourselves. So shall we begin? Excellent. As you've hopefully been made aware by now, the source of the weather phenomenon outside is a device that is under our control. Or rather, the lack thereof. Control, that is. In order to solve this error, we'll need to acquire the weather machine's blueprints. They are in the wall safe just over there. I've been known to be a bit creative with resources in the past, but I am not that wasteful. The safe can only be opened with a key that my beloved wife Cassie has chosen to hide in a very secure location. So secure that only she knows where it is. This is problematic, as she has been unwell and unresponsive for quite some time. That said, she was a diligent note-keeper. I'm certain you could find out where she moved the key to if you were to search through her notes. You should find them all in our room upstairs. It is unlocked, so you should be able to just walk in. With my condition as it is, I'm unable to do this myself, and thus, my new friend, the task falls to you. There was another copy, but I don't even want to get started, to be honest. Intellectual property can be so tricky to keep locked away. Perhaps tracing down the problem is something we could look into another day. For today, the safe is our solution. I dare say I barely understand it myself. Prior to certain circumstances, I was blind, born that way. Since sad circumstances, I've come to be able to see, but not in the traditional sense. Alas, written text, paper, and terminal alike remain my mortal foe. Discussing the boring details any further are for another time, though. Please, let's return to the matter at hand.
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this
I'm concerned for my wife's privacy. Her notes could include audit reports and other sensitive information. While it means nothing to a stranger like you, it could sow discord in our vault. I'd rather not have files go missing or rumors spreading. You understand?
Seeing someone do
Don't
so
you?
much good around here. It's refreshing.
You will? Oh, wie wunderbar. Best of luck.
You reckon that storm
I
is
could
gonna
use
get
some
worse
help
or
over here.
better?
The new animals up there. Any of them good for eating?
refreshing.
Been a long time since we had a good community gathering around here.
Seeing someone do so much good around here. It's refreshing.
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
Supplies are starting to dwindle a little, even with the stockpile from the supply runs. You know, before the storms.
You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something. You know, before the accidents.
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little.
Supplies are starting to dwindle a little. Even with the stockpile from the supply runs. You know, before the storms.
Are there new animals up there? Any of them good for eating?
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little. this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting. Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting.
If I hadn't already lost my hair, I'd be tearing it up. Make it quick. Your assignment does not require knowledge of the vault beyond the immediate area. You will find adequate signage for familiarizing yourself with the premises. Perhaps later, if you prove capable, we can talk in more detail. If I had time for idle gossip, I wouldn't be seeking your assistance in the first place. You'll have to speak to someone else. Point taken. Very well. The residents here are still a bit shaken up by recent events. And some less than recent events, for that matter. I'd recommend a light touch. I'm not here to babysit. But there's also no need to be resistant to their requests. And unless Mr. Stoltz himself walks in here and says otherwise, I'm not at liberty to disclose anything further. I've been spread thin dealing with surface-side security concerns. My more menial tasks have started to slip through the cracks, however. I can tell you're equipped to handle much worse, but tackling some issues from my backlog would be of great service to me, at least as a start. There are 3 in particular who often bring up issues to me. You can start there. They are vocal. They'll be more than happy to provide details on themselves.
These jumpsuits don't leave much room for expression.
I understand you value your time. However, I currently do not. Handle this for me and we can discuss fish of all sizes. There are 3 residents that have been complaining about a myriad of concerns. Margaret, Lawrence, and Julio. Your best bet is to track them down. They're likely lounging about waiting for someone else to handle the hard work. They should have more than enough to keep you busy for the time being. Report back when it's been handled. In the meantime, I have other matters I need to attend to, so please, if you'd excuse me. What are you planning, Stoltz? Hopefully Daniel will report in soon. Maybe I can dig up some information on the rest of Appalachia. That'd be useful. As if things weren't bad enough. Now I have to keep an eye on an outsider. Maybe I can dig up some information on the rest of Appalachia. Could prove useful. If I hadn't already lost my hair, I'd be tearing it out right now. Maybe I can dig up some information on the rest of Appalachia. Could prove useful. What are you planning, Stoltz?
I'm tired of all the red tape and security checks just to
Don't
get
you
a
be starting to change things up around here. We got a system and it works, damn it. It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little.
There was a landslide around the mansion? I wonder how that happened.
Ah, the one from outside. How's the storm?
Spruce this place up a little.
What the hell are you doing in here? Get your filthy hands off her! Very well. But I'm sure you wouldn't appreciate a stranger manhandling your spouse. This arrangement is in her best interest. I apologize. Truly. I'm just very protective of her, you know? She is my other half, and life is just not complete without her. Of course, she has the key herself. I should have known. Apologies for the confusion. I often forget just how unusual my situation has become. I was born blind, and lived that way even after becoming a ghoul, as you put it. However, as I've mentioned, an accident at this facility altered me, not unlike the lost that wander the surface. I see the world in pulses, wavelengths, a universe of violent synaptic connections, carving out and outlining every object and person. Navigation is trivial for me now. I was able to spot you in these sacred grounds even from my office. To the lost. I imagine this vision is a curse, a terrifying cataractous cloud that distorts their world. To me, it is a new life. Needless to say, I don't find myself bumping into things while getting around the vault anymore. Nothing. She's perfect. Always has been. Always will be. The same incident that has put me into my condition. Well, it made her quiet. Tired. She'll be right in no time. All the more reason for you to get a move on with those weather machine blueprints. No? I don't think it's anyone's business to see my wife whenever they wish. I'm sure you wouldn't like that either if you were in her position. Just exposed for anyone to see like some animal in a zoo? No, not my Cassie. She deserves peace and quiet to recover. Is that what I've said? I suppose I revealed too much with too little context. Forgive me. Now isn't the time to discuss such things, not before you have a better grasp of what we are contending against here. Yes. Very well. If you would excuse me, I would like a moment with my wife. Come find me when you have the blueprints.
Has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting.
What if we go back to the surface? Nobody wants to know us because of our, condition.
Huh? What did you say? You should have arrived a few years back. The old vault sure was something. Before the accidents.
Don't you be starting to change things up around here. We got a system, and it works, damn it.
Vault 63 has lasted this long. No reason to think it won't keep lasting. The new animals up there. Any of them good for eating?
The new animals up there. Any of them good for eating?
I could use some... I believe you have something for me. Did I ask you to snoop around in our personal affairs? That was and is none of your business. Forget the petty gossip and focus on the task at hand. Am I making myself clear to you? Now, the blueprints. Have you found them yet? It is a step, yes. You'll be provided more information shortly. Do be patient. Remember, this is all new to you, but years in the making for us. Well, they're no good to me. I can't read them. Go deliver them to my daughter, Audrey. She's the one who's leading the effort to repair the weather machine. Oh, and before I forget, our conversation earlier, in Cassie's room. Water under the bridge, yes? I do hope we can keep that just between us. I'd hate for rumors to flutter about. You would have ranked among my best in the glory days. No nonsense. All action. Oh, and before you go off to Audrey, I would like you to indulge me in another thought exercise I've been meditating on. If you were to repair a ship by replacing it plank by plank, piece by piece, so much so that no single piece of wood from the original vessel remained, would you have a new ship? Or would it still be the original, only improved? Interesting. If this is the case, then at what point does it become a different ship? After half of the planks? After the final part is replaced? Perhaps the rudder? Or mast? If we were to change piece by piece, at what point do we become something entirely new? Up. One moment. Let's perhaps hold on an answer. I'd rather that linger with you a bit. And you have important business to attend to. Now, off with you to see Audrey. She's buried in her books in the meteorology sector. I hope you have some good hiking boots. It's quite the trek. Safe travels.
Security checks just to get a breath of barely fresh air.
I miss research, science, discoveries, news. Screw it. I miss how it was before.
Well, that one sure is a classic. Hope you enjoyed it.
It's a shame we don't have the workforce to spruce this place up a little.
Seeing someone do so much good around here, it's refreshing.